Okay, back in Canggu. This is my sexy man. Do you think this place is gonna have good AC?
I hope so.
Like apartments. It's a very cute area. Oh, that's nice. Swimming pool. This is a cute area.
Alright, how do we check in?
Right, so here we are. We're here for one day, and we literally just came so that we can reset our visa, like always, but also because we like excuses to come to Canggu. And in the morning, I'm gonna go on a shopping spree for makeup and get like a ton of new makeup because I ran out. So I ran out of lipstick, ran out of blush, like all the makeup. So I'm really excited. It's so interesting. That's like the dancers, the Balinese dancers. So this is our room. It's actually, I feel like this is the nicest place that we got. Yeah, babe? What do you think?
In Bali?
In Bali, because we've been getting like cheap places. Like, okay, this is our room. Oh, this is our bathroom. And the view is nice. It's got like a desk, whatever. What's up? I feel like, and there's the view, which is gorgeous. Yeah. I feel like every place that we've gotten, because we've been staying in guest houses mostly, so we've been staying in guest houses for really cheap, so we just haven't been, we just haven't been like staying in villas and stuff. So this is like the nicest place that we're staying in Bali. This is the nicest place? Yeah, because we've only came straight to our guest house.
Yeah, well, we stayed at a couple places in Canggu and they weren't like quite like this. This is nice.
Yeah, the place is in Canggu, and this place has air. Andrew is being so gracious with you guys, giving you the privilege of seeing what happened to his leg. You guys are like the luckiest people on planet Earth. Okay, ready?
She's a goofball.
This is what happened to Andrew's leg. Babe, how does it feel?
Sticky and stiff. And like I don't want to move it very much or it'll tear back open.
Oh, yeah. It's scabbing really well. Like your leg is really doing a good job of scabbing. I'm so happy. But yeah, and it hurts.
It's sore. It's sore a little bit.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we're just gonna be resting and chilling here.
Even though we're both very sick of resting and chilling.
We're very sick of resting and chilling.
We don't want to rest and chill anymore.
Yeah, it's like I just want to get out there and do stuff. Andrew also, I just feel like we're just tired of being sick and tired of resting and lying down and being patient.
Yep. Yes, we are, both of us.
Yeah.
We want to be productive.
Yeah. And I feel like I want to start coaching. Like I was just telling Andrew, I want to start coaching. I feel like I'm coaching already because every time everyone has like a business idea or something they want to start, like I want to start doing this, I want to start doing that, they text me because I'm like always telling everybody to do this and that. And so now whenever anyone wants to do anything, they text me and they're like basically wanting me to give them permission to do the thing that they already know how to do. And I just feel like this has become my life because I'm just in bed all the time texting and talking to everybody all day long. This is literally my life, and I feel like I should be doing this as my profession. In addition, I feel like what do you think Andrew?
I think Pardes should follow her heart.
We were literally just complaining about coaches. Everybody's selling a coaching thing in Bali. So now we're in Bali, and now I'm indoctrinated into wanting to coach people. So now I feel like a massive, giant hypocrite.
Is that a question?
You're being my coach, and I'm asking you for permission.
I'm giving you permission, yes.
Why? Why am I not a hypocrite for wanting to be a coach?
Because I figure you're being pushed into it. A lot of people are just searching for something to do. I feel like everybody is screaming at you that They want you to be their coach.
But I'm not even teaching them anything. I'm literally, people are texting me.
The market is demanding that you do this. The market is coming to you and beating down your door and demanding that you do this.
That I just tell everybody, you have permission, you have permission, you have permission.
Yep.
Feels kind of silly to me. Feels like something I would do for free.
That's probably a good indicator. If it feels easy and silly and like you're making money from nothing, you're probably doing the right thing.
That sounds like a scam to me. Would you do it?
I don't know.
You're being mysterious. So what should we do, babe? What should we do the rest of our beautiful Monday in Bali, in Canggu?
You can take a walk.
Yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
Walk, like sunset. It's like already kind of getting dark. Andrew just had a really good idea.
Depending on who you ask.
We're gonna buy an island. Do you want to buy an island, babe?
What kind of island?
We're gonna buy, like, there's so many islands here. There's like, so in Indonesia, where we are, there's a lot of islands that are extremely cheap that you can actually rent. Like, there's people doing that. They're literally renting islands for their, like, stupid little retreats or whatever. And you can rent a whole island for, like, a couple $100s a week. I'm not exaggerating. This is what people are doing it for. They're renting islands for, like, a couple $100s a week. And so imagine how cheap it is. And there's just, like, thousands of islands. Or I think it's, like, over 1,000 islands here. Or more. No, there's more than that. There's more. And there's just there's just a ton of little islands that are unpopulated. You can, Jeanette was telling me there's some of them are free. You can just, like, go and live there. And nobody's claiming it. Because they're just kind of out there. They don't have infrastructure set up. So, I mean, we're doing all the legwork anywhere, whatever we're doing. So we might as well go and buy an island and build our own infrastructure, right? This is what Andrew's saying, because Andrew can actually do it.
It would be fun.
Yeah, Andrew thinks it would be fun.
What do you guys think?
I think that they would think it's a great idea. I think that my followers, my viewers would think it's a fantastic idea.
Yeah?
Yeah. They're like the most can-do people that you've ever seen on.
All right, well, come at me, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna buy an island, and we're gonna build infrastructure, which is gonna be easy peasy because you and I have done stuff like that, right? And Andrew knows everything. Andrew knows plumbing, electricity. Like, he's worked on the Hearst house. Easy peasy. Like, this stuff, you can buy prefab stuff. Like, the building part would be the easiest part. We would set up fiber internet.
No, it'd be Starlink.
Starlink? Not fiber?
Nope.
Why not fiber?
Because we're not going to run cables out to an island. We need Starlink.
Okay.
We're not running undersea cables out to an island.
Okay.
Starlink.
Fine, Starlink. Yeah, Starlink is fast anyways, right? So we're going to put Starlink, and we're going to bring, like, a cheap crew, cleaning, cooking, shipments of food, fresh food every day, or we'll just grow food on the island, have, like, gardens and stuff, grow stuff.
We'll probably do, like, bi-weekly deliveries or something like that, and then bring enough for just keep a few months supply in stock, and then do, like, monthly or bi-weekly deliveries.
Yeah, giant fridges and stuff, and have Airbnbs. Yeah.
Eventually. I mean, if we're building everything from scratch, like, it's gonna be a lot of work.
Yeah, but we'll make it premium. It'll be the safest island in Indonesia. We'll make it premium luxury. It won't be like these islands. Like, Lombok is expensive, I heard, compared to Bali. Lombok is expensive. It's like the island next door. Like, if you're even a tiny bit of a small premium island, you can charge a lot of money. And these retreats, babe, that retreat, they're charging like $3,700 a person to go for a few days on this island that they're, like, renting out for a couple $100s a week. Anyways, That'll be fun. Andrew, Andrew noticed something. Andrew. Evening in Canggu. Andrew's checking out the mannequins. The big booty mannequins. That's so funny. Okay, so this is a new street. Oh, babe, this is a hookah place.
We've been, yeah.
We were at the hookah place?
No, we've been down the street though.
Oh yeah, that first night that we were here in Canggu.
This street has some stuff on it. You want to go check it out?
Yeah, we can check it out. Sorry. Andrew thought tonight we were just gonna lie down and chill.
It never happens any night.
It never happens when
We're not those kind of people.
when you have me. So, genius idea. Another genius business idea. A store where everything that you get that's like in your size, there's a mini version for kids. So it's like American Girl doll, but oh, that's so pretty. So it's American Girl doll, but your doll is your kids that get to dress exactly like you, and it's fun. Climbing place. Yeah?
And that's my TED Talk.
You just missed the whole TED Talk.
This happens all the time where Pardes will say something really cool. And I know it's useless to pull up my camera because she's not going to say it the same way she did. But like, you guys miss a lot of good stuff that she talks about. And
You were just talking about it.
I just did the same thing to her.
Yeah, he just finished talking about it as soon as I pulled it out.
What was I talking about?
You were talking about the ripple effect of humanity on the entire universe.
Yep.
The ripple effect of humanity on the universe.
We were talking about change is a universal constant. And then we were talking about the inevitable end of everything, but we were talking about energy conservation.
Yeah.
And how even though something ends, you know, its energy transfers to other things.
So whether there's a point in having kids, is there?
Yeah, we touched on that too.
Because if humanity will go extinct anyway, or if you believe humanity will go extinct anyway because change in that regard is inevitable, then is there a point to just keep procreating?
Yeah, I believe positive energy can transcend the death of our species. Like, humanity has a long way to go, and we're going to impact more than just us. I mean, it's inevitable, right? And so,
Do you think we will assimilate with aliens and like become like intermix with them, breed with aliens?
what do you think?
That would be cool. What if like we had kids and our kids, like our great grandkids were half aliens? They would be like superpowers. They would have superpowers. They would be so strong.
I guess.
They'd be able to live in like different atmospheres.
Maybe. It's possible.
They'd be able to live breathe underwater.
I think Katy Perry made a song about this.
Oh.
With Kanye West.
Oh yeah, the alien. Yeah. Supernatural. Morning. This is backyard. Here's another pool. is outside. I just woke up. Hold on. Right, so this is our door. I'm gonna walk downstairs. I really like this place. Honestly, I really like this place much better than where we live because it's much nicer. We have AC, we have a pool on site, we have like sitting areas and stuff, couches on site. It's much cleaner. We have a comfortable bed. Like, it's just not comparable. And the price is the same price. And we committed to our place for 5 months. We always do this. It's always because of me, because I'm always wanting stability, safety in a place. And so I'll always freak out in the beginning and be like, oh, I want to stay in this place for as long as we possibly can, as long as they have it open. I want to like lock this place down, because what if we don't find another place? We always find another place. In fact, the problem is that there's so many places everywhere. There's a million Airbnbs all over the world, like more, like. But this is like a thing that I have, is that I get freaked out, wanting safety, security, to soothe myself, and I will immediately try to lock down a place and want to stay there for as long as possible. And then I'll miss out on this. There's even a kitchen, fridge, stuff. Like our place right now, I love our hosts. I love like the people that we live with. They're so nice. But our place right now is has a lot of problems. So putting aside the lack of AC, which is really difficult, lack of AC and a really uncomfortable bed that is very small and it doesn't fit us, our bodies fully. Like, there's so much noise, there's so many animals, and it's cute in the beginning. The animals are very cute in the beginning, but it gets to be very not cute very fast. They're very loud. There's 2 roosters right outside of our window, and the windows don't close, so frogs jump in, all kinds of animals, lizards, geckos, whatever. They poop, giant poops, like, just imagine like maybe like a fraction, like a third of a dog poop. Like, imagine a third of a dog poop. That's like the poop of these giant lizards. They poop everywhere, and it's toxic. It's dangerous. Like, it's actually poisonous for humans. And there's bugs everywhere, spiders, ants, huge ants, like giant ants. There's cats, which I'm allergic to. Our place is just very exposed to the elements. Nothing stays clean. Everything smells really quickly. So it's just, and there's no lighting. There's no normal light in our room. It's very old. Like, it just really feels like we live in a jungle hut. We've lived there for 2 months now, more. And I think it's kind of getting to me, and then coming to a place like this where, wow, paradise, like, room has nice lighting, it has nice clean mirrors, it has a big, huge, nice closet that's clean and a safe box. It has a desk to work in, nice big ceilings. Like, I don't know. It's just really making me rethink the way that I am, which I've always been rethinking. This morning, though, I realized that I'm much better off than I thought I was, because I had a fight or flight trigger this morning, which it was all night. So I've been telling you guys that, I'm on this like healing journey. Both me and Andrew are, for me, like, I've
I have so many feelings, unresolved feelings in my body. And the main thing that I told you guys about my healing journey is that I realized that the problems are so much in my body that no amount of therapy is going to fix it or help, no amount of thinking in my head. Because what I realize is like most of my problem, like when me and Andrew get into a fight, it's almost never about something. Like almost never. Sometimes it's about the inability or difficulty to talk about a certain thing, but in terms of compromise, we're both very easy. Like both of our lifestyles kind of all over the place. Andrew will pretty much agree with everything. I agree with everything. He's like, we both agree with everything each other says and wants at this point. But so when we have fights or arguments, it's not a fight or argument. It is like a fight or flight trigger. And so I've talked about this a lot in my other videos, is like what happens when you're in a fight or flight trigger, which is in your body. It's like it's a body trauma response to whatever it might be. You might be tired, you might not have eaten. Like this is something that's happening without your control. But you think it's happening in your head because it makes you have thoughts and feelings. It's very easy to think that this is something that's happening in your head when your vagus nerve is triggered, when this nerve is sending you into fight or flight. All sorts of things can be triggers, but at the end of the day, whether or not it's happening in your mind, like it's mostly happening in your body. So this is what both of us have actually realized, is like we have certain body symptoms associated with our fight or flight. And for me, for Andrew, it's like his vertigo, like, stomach problem, like all these things that we've been going through, that it's very easy to think of this as like I'm just sick. But it's all connected. Like when you start to look at your problems holistically, all these things are connected. Your thoughts, why are you even having negative thoughts right now? It's not happening in a separate place, in a cloud, like on your computer. It's happening in your mind, which is in your body. And it might be actually caused by your body, by problems that are in your body right now. And the problems that are in your body right now might be caused by the state of your life and your thoughts. So it's like all cyclical, it's all connected. So anyways, I realize that I have hit a huge milestone in my healing journey. One thing that happens whenever I'm in my fight or flight, which it's very easy to send me into my fight or flight. Anything related to guilt or shame will send me into my fight or flight. Like you say something like, oh, Pardes, like it's so hard to take care of you. It's so hard to be around, like anything that you say that makes me feel like I am being a slight on you will send me into my fight or flight. I mean, I'm just using that as an example. Literally anything can send me into my fight or flight, especially over the years. It's gotten worse, and I think I'm actually lucky to have so many like mental problems. Like I'm just so lucky that it got so bad that it kind of forced me to realize like the underlying issues, to be able to deal with them, because I think a lot of people will just go through it their whole life thinking that the problem is outside of their body and actually being tricked into thinking that it's like some external thing that they have to fix. And then they'll like fix the thing and then the problem doesn't go away, and they're like, why didn't the problem go away? It must be the world is like this, and then they'll get all ideological and stuff. So anyways, one thing that happens when I'm in my fight or flight is that I'm also very distrusting of people. So let's say I'm triggered, I'm in my fight or flight, and my body is just like, I'm freaking out and stuff. If someone were to try to come and calm it down, they wouldn't be able to, because I would be, hello.
So actually, I'm in a room that doesn't even belong to us. It's a cute room, another unit that nobody's staying in, but I just got in because the door was open. And I'm just tired of like trying to find a quiet space, because there's like every time I sit down, I find a quiet space, someone comes and there's just no space. A bunch of dogs came, and the thing is, like I was saying, it's just anything can trigger me. And it's like the average person, a dog comes and barks next to you, and you're not even thinking about it. You're just used to it. For me, despite being surrounded by barking dog, like in our complex, there's dogs, cats. Cats are having cat fights at night constantly. The roosters are crowing right by the window constantly. Like, despite having so many noises, I can't even handle another noise. Like, one dog coming and barking is enough to set me off, and I feel like it's like my whole body is just like, I'm just so totally, I just feel very sensitive and like, whatever. We talked about these things a lot, like traumas, stuff like that. But one thing that I realized this morning, which I was trying to say, is like, so I was in my fight or flight. Normally what happens in my fight or flight is that I isolate from people because I don't trust people. Especially in my fight or flight, everybody is a threat. Every single person and all their feelings is a problem. But Andrew was, wanting to hug me and, kind of be there for me emotionally, and say everything is okay. Normally I would want to get away from him because that's part of my trigger is people. I just don't want to be around anybody, and I don't trust anybody. So this morning, actually, for the first time in that kind of fight or flight, I was able to actually let him hold me, which was a huge milestone for me. And I know you're probably thinking, well, what did you do? Like, Andrew's the one doing all the work. You're just busy there freaking out. Andrew's the one that did the thing. But, he actually hugged you and was there for you. And all you had to do was shut the fuck up. But for me, that was a huge milestone, being able to trust another person to, calm me down, to, lean into him, cry to him instead of at him or away from him, feeling like I can trust him. That's really cool. I feel very, very proud of myself. And it's really these little things that build up. It's these tiny little things when your body is just learning how to feel safe again. You just need to do it so step by step, and you have to really celebrate every single win with healing of any kind. If you're recovering from addiction or whatever your personal thing is, you have these long built habits that plunged you further into a bad situation. It really does take the tiny little wins and celebrating them. So, yeah, I'm in this place where I feel like I'm getting healthier in the sense that I'm able to know more of what's happening to me. I'm able to know that I'm in my fight or flight. I'm able to know that the world isn't ending. Pardes is just having a nervous system reaction. This is something that a few years ago I would never even be able to grasp. As someone said, Pardes, the world isn't ending. Whatever you think is happening right now is not actually happening. Your nervous system is triggered. It's in a fight or flight. These nerves over here are reacting to triggers for whatever reason, whatever is sparking them. I would have told you that you're I would have felt invalidated, and I would tell you that you're being delusional, because the way that I saw it is like I was stuck in my head. In these triggers, when these triggers happen, it's really easy to be stuck in your head, in your brain, because your brain is how you can process and communicate to the rest of the world and communicate to the rest of your body. So it's really easy as when you're having a nervous system reaction to get stuck in your head. But that only aggravates it. Really what you want to do is to allow your body to do what it needs to do. But I didn't know that, and I didn't know what was happening to me. And really, I don't think I could have known that until it got so bad. Until it got so bad that I started having infections, and all these things were related. All these things are happening along this nerve line over here in both of these sides, but worse on my right side, which looks to you as left, because this is flipped, by the way, for anybody that's curious. So for me, it was really, I would never have been able to tell, and like the biggest step toward the healing thing is being able to understand that if it seems like one day I have a huge problem with this and all of a sudden the next day I don't, you can put all kinds of labels on it. You can say I'm crazy, I'm manic, bipolar, whatever. This is a trauma response, and it actually is not even happening in your mind. It's happening in your body. And for me, learning where it's happening in my body, which, like, when I look back at all the people that I know that are dealing with the same thing, so many people that I know personally are dealing with the same thing as me, maybe to a milder extent. Because for me, I think that for me, it's just been happening for so long. Like, it's been happening before I was even born. My parents have been in a state of fight or flight practically their whole life. And they had me in that. They had me in their fight or flight. They raised me in a fight or flight. And it wasn't until much later in their lives that they had like the stability, not being in a war, not being in poverty, like the stability to actually deal with stuff. But by then, their nervous systems are already formed. My nervous system was already formed, and my nervous system was in a constant state of fight or flight. Not only that, I had a very low vagal tone, which is something that you see in people with ADHD, autism, but like these aren't seen as all being connected. Like all of your mental disorders and all these things, it's not happening on a computer somewhere. It's happening like in your body. But for whatever reason, like people just haven't discovered that. I don't think people have discovered it yet. I think that there is probably going to be a push for people to talk about this more, because it is actually, I am actually healing. Like I part of why I'm filming all this is because I want you guys to see this. Like I want you to see the difference between, I've been documenting my whole life since like 2019 or earlier, 2019, 2018. I want you guys to see the difference between like my mental disorders, that like if you were to put me in front of like anybody who's well versed in like mental disorders, they'll say, oh, like Pardes has literally every mental disorder in the book. Pardes has borderline personality, Pardes has bipolar, Pardes has depression, Pardes has addiction to everything, like every drug. Pardes has PTSD, they will just list like every single thing. Pardes has autism. I can't tell you how many times people have told me that I have the symptoms of an autistic person. Pardes has ADHD, and like they won't be wrong, but at the same time, like I want you guys to see the difference between my life, my thoughts, my mental state before and after somatic healing, somatic knowledge, literally just knowing what's happening in my body, like knowing that the things that are happening in my mind are not happening in a cloud somewhere. They're happening in my body. Like this is a fight or flight response. But you know, for a lot of people it might not even be a trigger or like an immediate threat. Your nervous system is responsible for all these things. Your nervous system might be overworked, it might be overstressed, or it might not be fully developed. But it's happening in your body. And then it's causing you to think, feel, act in certain ways, which then people will put a label or a name on the symptoms. But those are not the cause. And for me, the most amazing thing in the world is like understanding my body and feeling hopeful that I can fix it. We've been getting massages a lot. We've been doing things to try to ease our nervous system. I think it's easier and harder with a partner because of what I just described to you this morning. I'm having a fight or flight feeling. It feels like the world is ending. I barely know it, like I half know it. And Andrew's able to say, hold on a second, Pardes. It's okay. Do what you're going to do. I was going to go outside and run outside and okay, Pardes, do what you're going to do. But here, let me just hold you for a second, like just very slowly. And he comes and just let me just, okay, that's right. And he's just like patting my head, my back, the way that you would with like a scared animal. So that's the positive. That's the positive of having a partner. But if your partner doesn't know what's going on, normally what would happen when you're in your fight or flight is that it will trigger their fight or flight, which will worsen the problem for you. So yeah, and that's what was happening with me and Andrew a lot, is like when you're in your fight or flight, everybody around you becomes a threat, which is I'm not crazy for not trusting people when I'm in my fight or flight, because people do become a threat. Because when you're in your fight or flight, what happens is your nervous system, your lizard brain is signaling to other people's lizard brain in the area that they should be on alert because there's a threat. And all those people will start being defensive with you and start being adversarial with you in a way that they wouldn't have been if their fight or flight wasn't triggered. So that's the nice thing and the not nice thing about doing it with someone, is that it's going to take a really long time. Like the problem might be exacerbated by the fact that you're with someone whose nervous system is going to be triggered by your nervous system being triggered, and it's going to feed into the problem. It's going to exacerbate the problem until you guys get over a hump. Like for me, I feel like this is how it's been. We've been getting over this hump where we're both able to see what's happening more and more. I think it's really just learning about yourself. The more you just learn about yourself, the easier it gets. So even if his fight or flight is getting triggered in the moment, like his body is having the symptoms. Like this morning I woke up with ear ringing, which isn't normal for me. This is a new thing for me. My ears usually pop and hurt, but it's actually it's not as bad as what was happening before, which was like this whole thing, and my ears were popping, and I was getting infections. So it's a little lighter. But anyways, like, so I'm having these physical symptoms of my fight or flight, and that's signaling to his body. So he's feeling it in his body, but at least the more you learn about it, the more you know about your body, and you know what's happening. So he knows what's happening. So now he's able to say, okay, I'm feeling this way. My fight or flight is being triggered because Pardes' fight or flight is being triggered. If I can soothe Pardes' fight or flight, help calm her down. And my fight or flight was triggered because I had a few nightmares. I woke up with that fight or flight being triggered. And the reason why I had nightmares, I mean, I can give you like almost exact cause and effect of how my fight or flight got triggered. And it had to do with a few things. But, so anyways, when you know about it, it's so much easier to control. Okay, so he says, okay, so my fight or flight is feeling this way, not because Pardes is the worst, or not because life is the worst, or this or that. I'm feeling this way because Pardes' fight or flight is being triggered. So when you're able to bring it down to like a science, no morality, no ideology, no thoughts, just your body, like what's happening in our bodies right now. I'm in my fight or flight, Pardes is in her fight or flight. All I have to do is calm her nervous system, help her calm her nervous system, which really I would like to learn how to do by myself. But this is a step. So I just have to help Pardes calm her nervous system so that she and I can have a conversation, so that we can further calm. And we didn't even have a conversation. He helped calm me down. He brought me into bed, hugged me until I was able to calm down a little bit. And then I was like, okay, well, I feel like I have to get out of bed, because now staying in bed is making me, I just have to get out of bed and do this vlog and sort out my thoughts. But yeah, this is the journey that we've been on, and it's incredible. It feels really worth it, but it takes a lot of time, even with knowing, like, I know what's happening, I'm learning more. I'm reading a ton of books, like the Waking the Tiger. If anyone has read Waking the Tiger, which I recommended in my other video, like, let me know what you think. What do you think of Waking the Tiger by Dr. Peter Levine? And if anyone has reached out to Rachel Fernley, my coach, or seen her Instagram, what do you think of it? Like, what do you think of all this stuff? My coach, who's my friend, turned me on to all of this stuff. She has done so much for me just by being able to identify this. She was the first person who was able to identify when I was having a reaction. She was able to say, you know what, Pardes, everything that you're thinking and feeling is real. Everything that you're saying is real. Let's talk about it. First, just know that everything, like, first she was validating me, she was soothing me, like, she just, yeah. Because at the end of the day, like, it all comes from somewhere, and just being able to, like, and then being able to understand and recognize that, it fixes half of the problem. It doesn't fix the fact that every time a dog comes next to me and barks, I literally am like jumping out of my seat, and I feel like I'm having a heart attack. Or if we go outside and the sound of a car's motor is too loud, or a scooter, it really just sets me off. But if I know what's happening, okay, Pardes, I'm having, my nervous system is really sensitive. It's healing, it's sick. These nerves are damaged. They're damaged nerves. They can't handle all the stimulation. They can't handle loud noises. They can't handle sudden triggers, sudden startles. They can't handle really, really intense life changes. They just really can't handle anything too crazy. Like if I can know this about myself, then I can fix it. It's just simple as that. So that's basically where I'm at. I'm not like, yeah, I'm not exactly where I want to be health-wise. I'm not like the strongest, but this stuff takes time. It takes time for your nerves to heal. It takes a really long time for people's nerves to fully recover, and that's fine. Just learning how to be okay with it taking a long time and becoming comfortable in the process and not focusing on the destination, because honestly, by the end of it, the destination I might never want to go back to my old life. I might never want to go back to the States. I might never, you might have started your healing journey saying that I'm just going to heal, and then I'm going to go back to work. I'm going to go back to this or that. Then you might discover through your healing journey that maybe you don't need to go back, because there's a place out there where you can live on very little and figure out a different form of income that's much, much less taxing on your nervous system. If you can figure out how to do that, which what House Hackers Anonymous is all about. You should read it. That was a nice little plug. But anyways, so the rest of today we're going to I'm going to, what else am I going to do? I'm going to go look for makeup. I want to look for makeup because I ran out of makeup, and make these lips look colorful. We're going to go to Sephora by the beach. So maybe I'll get some of that for you guys. Anyways, see ya. So one more thing I wanted to add is another thing that I've noticed is that thing that's been setting me off lately is just feeling overstimulated by the amount of messages I've been getting. I love getting messages from people, and I especially love it when people are asking me like financial advice, because it's fun. I don't give financial advice. I think I'm supposed to legally say that. Like, I don't give financial advice. But like when people are asking me, not financial advice, but like what job to choose, what to do next. People are kind of like wanting guidance with stuff. Like, I really love that. And the thing is that no one's actually asking for me to tell them anything that they didn't already know. Like, I feel like people just want permission to do what they already were going to do. But that stuff is really fun for me, to help people sort out their lives in the way that I would have wanted when I was younger. So I really like that. But the thing is that lately it's just been everybody. And I feel like I'm getting messages 24/7. I feel pressured to respond to all of them. And I feel overloaded. And the thing is, like, I'm not a coach, so I'm not charging for this, and I don't feel like I have a boundary, like a barrier that would like sort of deter people from messaging me if they're not super serious. So like, I just feel like I'm messaging people all day, and it's really adding to this nervous system tax for me. So like, I'm trying to figure out a way to still be that, because I love doing that. That's what House Hackers Anonymous is all about. Finding your way to becoming the most financially free, and like being able to like live your dream life and like unlock your power, and like, I like this, but it's just, I want to learn how to figure out a way to be this person, to do this, and to help people without it overloading my nervous system. And that's where I'm thinking coaching, I might try to do it as a separate thing on Fiverr, but at least let people know that I'm doing it, so that if they message me, they're like a little more to the point. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. Like, I just want there to be a little bit, like just a little bit of like a barrier, so that if I don't respond to you right away, no one is having expectations, because they're like, oh, she's a coach, so she's doing this, like she's charging for this, so like of course she's not going to respond to me right away. Like, I just want to put a little bit of like, set a little bit of like an expectation of like, it's okay if Pardes doesn't respond right away, because Pardes is a coach. and this is like she doesn't have to respond. Like, I don't know if I'm making sense, but that's basically where my thinking is, and I want to still be able to do it. I just feel really, really like stressed out, and it's not just like coaching stuff. It's I don't know why lately. I just feel like, I don't know if I've been getting more messages lately, or if I'm just more sensitive. But like, I just feel also just almost like I'm like, so many people are hurt that I'm not answering them back, including my own relatives, family members. Like, I just feel like people are just not getting responses from me as fast as they like, and I'm feeling really pressured, and I don't really want to be spending my life just answering people's messages. You know, I want to keep living my life, go to the beach today, you know, go to the beach, get makeup, go belly dancing after. Like, I want to live my life. So this is something to work on. I'm going to be thinking about it. And I'm actually curious about, because you guys watch these videos, like, I'm curious if you guys have any feedback on that and how you would go about it. Hero of today. I feel so lucky and fortunate that I still get to have him. Oh no, using the H word. The H word of today. People are going to think I'm saying hoo-ha.
What? Nobody's gonna think that.
Eating a lot of carbs. How much longer do we have?
40 minutes.
Wow, this is far. It's still in Canggu.
More towards
Yeah. So we just dropped off our bike. Our bike's here. And this is like the South Beach part of Canggu. What do you think of this area, baby?
It looks like LA a little bit.
Yeah, it does look and feel like LA, and it's busy. Look at all these bikes. I mean, these bikes, it just goes on forever.
Yeah, Denpasar is interesting. We drove through a bunch of really varied parts.
Yeah.
Like, we drove parts that reminded me of like older neighborhoods in big cities.
Yeah.
It was cool. I liked it.
It's very pretty, and it does actually feel much like LA. Like, look at this. Look at this huge shopping mall. This is where we're going. The only Sephora in Bali is in here. And there's a... Please don't demonetize me. Alright, with the music. So this is the ocean. You can't tell from here, but we are right in front of the ocean. And there's like surfing and everything. This is actually really feels like LA. Like, look at how nice this is.
Living on something
Like a penthouse up there, just overlooking the ocean. I feel like having an office here. Like, imagine having an office here overlooking the ocean, and every time people came, they would just like come and hang out here.
that would be cool.
It would just impress the hell. So this is the beach walk.
Starbucks is here, right?
Yeah, there's a Starbucks up there. So I guess.
Should I leave you to it? So I can sit down?
Sure, unless you want to walk with me to Sephora.
No?
No? You don't want to walk with me to Sephora?
No, I'll skip the makeup shopping.
Babe, how pretty is this place? Can I come with you to Starbucks?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this place is so nice. I feel
If
like
we want to leave and get back in time, we're going to have to...
hustle.
You have an hour.
Okay, shit. Holy shit, this place is so nice. Wow. There's everything here. Makeup Forever, Victoria's Secret. There's like every brand is here. Look at this, like Disneyland. Mango, which they have in Israel. I remember mango. Wow. Where is Sephora? This Sephora right there. Oh, sorry. Alright, a few things I had to say about the Sephora. It was really shitty, non-refundable, very expensive, and they didn't have like anything. They didn't have anything at the Sephora that I would need, and it's the only Sephora in Bali. So I really, really miss, and they didn't even have access to my membership account for Sephora back in the States. So I'm really missing shopping in the States right now. Like really missing it. There is my